welcome back to my channel. So today I'm making this quick little video to talk about some changes that I have created on my Etsy shop and on my website and just overall in general. So probably about a week and a half ago, everything just kind of came to a head. And I think it was just because, I have an Etsy shop and I have my website, and I dearly love doing spiritual work, but I am so physically drained from doing so much and from being so busy, and then from holding people's hands and constantly responding to them all hours of the day. And then I have certain clients that have my phone number and they're texting me at midnight at 3 o'clock in the morning. No discernment on their behalf, no thinking on their behalf that I'm living in California and it is 3 a.m. or it is 5 o'clock in the morning, and it got to be a little bit of bullshit. So it really pissed me off, and because of that, I have kind of made some changes. But not just that, but sometimes Etsy, I have some fabulous clients that come from Etsy, so please don't take this like the wrong way. But I will say that because Etsy houses so many scams, houses so many spells for $49.99 and $26.85, I can get your lover back bullshit, and just these quick fly-by-night scams. And a lot of the people on Etsy do the spells relatively quick. Whether or not they're actually casting, that's a whole different ballgame. I would probably say if you're on there and you're doing something for $12.56, most likely there's nothing actually being casted. But in the clientele's mind, if that's what they believe, then that's what it is. So with that comes a lot of clientele. Not all of them, okay, but I have a few that are very manic, are very like, when's it gonna happen, and expecting things to happen overnight because, I don't know, they're just used to this, I guess, stories from these other Etsy people that tell them that this will manifest in 7 days or 21 days or 24 hours or whatever it may be. So by the time they come to you, they're just kind of all in their feels, and guess what? You're getting the blunt of everybody else's shit. And it is kind of a manic environment where people are just like, oh my God, and it gets draining. It gets a little lunacy, and there's a lot of hand holding. I do find that the clients that come to me on my website are 100% different. And mind you, I have a lot of people who come from my Etsy because that's where I am. YouTube is not my platform for spell casting. That is never my intention, nor will it ever be. My website is because Etsy doesn't allow you to sell spells, okay? So I don't know why half of these people are even on Etsy when technically you're not supposed to be selling spiritual services, period. So hence is why I have a website. Yes, I have a shop. I sell products and stuff. Yes, I started doing work for people. And yes, I took it all off and put it on a website. And then I kind of trickled it back a little bit, especially we were going through last year, tough times, to help people out. But essentially, my website is where the people that come, and it's night and day. It's night and day with the clientele, with how it's structured. Plus, Etsy takes a shitload of fees that are ridiculous. And it's, and if people want to come on there and they pay for your service, and then they manifest, and then they turn around, oh, I want my money back because of some sob story or whatever the fuck it may be, then, if you have a heart, you give the money back. But there are some people that, it's not going to be so easy to get it back from. So, I don't know, I don't have a lot of those people. I've only had one. But I will say it's not worth the headache. It's not worth the stress. So because of that, and because Etsy attracts manic type people that believe these $12, $20 freaking spells and all these, you know, boogle bunch of casters on Etsy. I mean, it's just overflowed of that, and just, it's ridiculous, and it's disgusting, to be honest with you, because it's people who are legitimately scamming people. So you do get scammed, and there's a lot of my clients come to me. They've been to so and so, so and so, and so and so, and I already know, honey, you got fucking scammed. Like, they're not even casting your shit. But anyways, with that said, I have pretty much readjusted my hours so that I can actually have more time for myself and do things for myself that I used to be able to do before I started taking on clients, and pretty much doing my whole life for my clients, which I've, you know, my whole life is dedicated. Even if I'm sick, I still muster through it. Even if my cats are sick, I muster through it, and I still do work for people. And at the end of the day, it's a little bit greedy for the client to expect their work to be done if I'm going through something, which is a rare occasion, but it is a little bit rude, you know, for clients to be that way. And like I said, I find that on Etsy, that's the clientele that you attract, the manic, the I need it done now, why isn't it manifesting now, blah, 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 you know, and then like 3 months later, 4 months, 5 months later, 6 months later, for something that's like, probably never would have manifested to begin with, but this is what they wanted. They, I'm gonna give up, and blah, blah, nobody wants me, you know, come on. Come on. I don't get that on my website. People that come to my website know that when you're doing spiritual work, it takes time. They're not up my ass and not being expecting me to hold their hand every step of the way. Like, oh my God, I woke up and they said something, or they took a shit different. What am I gonna do? You know, the stupid shit like that. You know, you get the point. So, because I've came to like a big crossroad of like, what do I do? How do I make this work more efficiently, where I do stuff for myself and have a life of my own? These are the new hours that I've constructed. So my Etsy shop, if people message me on my Etsy, or even through email, okay, unless you are a VIP client, then you will be able to, you know, be able to message me. And that doesn't mean message me at fucking midnight, okay? But you can message me on a text message. But if you're coming on my Etsy shop and you message me, don't expect me to answer you back until 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that's it. I'm only going to answer people back like 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. After that, no. Because guess what? I do your work in the evening. You know, on the weekends, I do work during the day as well, but most of the time I'm working in the evening. And if I'm sitting there on my phone and answering your message, I'm not doing your work, clearly. Now are we? We're not doing your work. And I'm not doing somebody else's work. So I have to structure time management, and people just need to get with the program and realize that that's the way it is. So I will get back to you. I always do. But it will be through the hours of 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay? And work scheduling. Unless it is an emergency, and you pay for that service for the emergency extra, then all scheduled work, I did have it 3 days before the full, on the full moon, and 3 days after, 3 days before the new moon, on the new moon, and 3 days after. But I realized that when I get busy, I get busy. And cramming people in those time is a clusterfuck. So I made it 5 days before the full moon, on the full moon, and 5 days after, because you're still with that energy. And you're still pulling into that. So anything you want to draw to you, like love, money, opening the doors, jobs, success, that is done in the full moon time frame. Anything good you want to bring. Now, anything you want to get rid of, sickness, separating a couple, getting rid of a person, you know, like getting them out of your life, cleansing work, reverse work, that should be done on the new moon, or dark of the moon. 5 days before the new moon, on the new moon, and 5 days after. Just because you do have a nice window there, and if you notice, the number is like, it's number 11. 11 on the full and 11 on the new. So it's a good number. It's an angel number. So there you go. It's a magical number to begin with. So you have 11 days to do good stuff, 11 days to do bad stuff. Alrighty. So that's the time frame, just so that I can organize. Clearly, I'm going to try to push people more towards the full moon. So like if I only have like 3 or 4 castings on like a full moon, which is rare, okay, then I will try to make it like 3 days before the full moon, so we get like the 3-day effect type of a structure. So yeah, I hope this clarifies a little bit. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass, because people have been accustomed to me doing their work like that. But at the end of the day, if I'm drained and my energy is gone, how the fuck can I actually, honestly, in all fairness, be doing your work? And if it's getting to the point where people are driving me so fucking nuts, I can't. So there has to be a cutoff. There has to be a limit. There has to be a structure. There has to be a structure. So that is the new time frame. So again, new moon and full moon, the work is done. In between is not. So 5 days before the new, or 5 days before the full, 5 days after, 5 days before the new, 5 days after, and that's how it's going to be structured. I do still do the tarot readings. That's obviously, everything is by scheduling. So like, and I fill up quick, believe me, I fill up quick. So I am always booked. I have work that's fully ongoing. And then I will be starting to get ready to do the dark work in like 2 weeks. So as soon as this workings are done, the 5 day after the full moon, which we just had it as of yesterday, we're still in the full moon cycle. But after this is done, then I'm going to be scheduling everybody for the dark work, which I'm already scheduling now, and I'm already filling up and already pretty much booking and almost full. So as you see, I book in advance. I've been booking in advance, and that's just the way it is. But I'm trying to just organize time frames so that I'm taking more time for me. I'm taking more time for rest and rejuvenation. I'm taking more time for myself, for my own ascension and my own learning and my own studies. So that's where we are. Alrighty, guys. I love you so much with all my heart. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Turn on the bell for notifications so you know when the next video is out. I'm still doing those other videos. The next one's going to be a Ouija, and then after that's going to be the tarot. But I just want to make this quick little video just to talk about the little bit of changes that I made for my scheduling and for my Etsy. And pretty much Etsy is going to be product only. Oils, powders, spell kits that you can do yourself. They're already pre-done. I've already done them. Everything has been blessed. Everything is ready. They come with instructions. Those are on my Etsy shop, so you could do your own. It's cheaper than having me do it. So spell kits, bracelets, amulets for protection, to bring in love, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that, okay? I do have a little bit of love spells there, but I have moved all the mini spells, pretty much all of them, over to my website now. So if you need something small, if you're on a budget and you can't afford it, you gotta go to my website now. You have to go to my website to purchase. I pretty much moved everything off of my Etsy, and essentially I want to have all my stuff off of my Etsy and have my Etsy just a shop for purchasing to do your own work. And then I have my my spells and my casting, whether they be larger, elaborate spells to the mini castings, those will be on my website. Alrighty, so I hope I clarified that up. You're gonna have to make a journey. So if you're coming on Etsy and you think you want to just like put everything in your cart and have 500 other spell casters at the same time, that's why your work doesn't manifest. Just saying to all those that are witch hopping on Etsy, and I know who you are. Believe me, I've talked to other shop owners over the phone, and we all shared who you are. We all do work for you. We know who you are. That's why your shit don't manifest, because you bounce from person to person and you're messing with the energy. And the people I talk to are legit casters on Etsy, not the scamming ones, which probably 85% are scams. But the little small minute we got your number, girl, guy, both of you. I know who you are. And I've done work, they've done work, and you bounce around into multiple people, and that's why you're still bouncing and your stuff is not working, because you got to calm down. Calm down. Stick with one. Stop the manic. Stop it. That's what I'm saying. Etsy's a little manic. People on my website are like grounded. And I like that. So with that said, I hope you understand this video. I hope you understand the time framing and the work schedule and when I will get back to you. But yeah, I fill up very quick. I'm very busy, and the work that I'm booking is like, these are elaborate spells. These go on for like a week to 2 weeks at a time. Okay, so they run the whole, like, whatever they need it for, the new moon or the full moon. Alrighty, I love you guys. Again, subscribe, like this video, and that's it. Alright, till the next time, many blessings. Stay dark, stay beautiful. I'm gonna have my nails back on. I've just been so busy, and it's so much water and washing my hands. Alrighty, bye.